because Peterson has shown he's a little shaky against the press.
Nice short corner jumper there for Ducharme as Peterson set him up nicely after breaking the pressure that time. See, you get on a guy and he comes through just to make you look bad.
Seen it all year long, haven't we?
2-point lead for New Mexico State. And the foul on Hammer. That's Nick Hammer's second.
Let's take a look at one of the Aggie squads right here. The nice trap. And then Nelson, the rangy fella, comes up with it and finds his partner in crime, Elijah Ingram, on the other side of the court. And that's how New Mexico State got the lead early in the game, and they went away from it a little bit and were lulled to sleep by Utah State.
Top scoring team in the WAC, and now in the bonus on the 7th team foul, so Hawkins gets the first.
And New Mexico State, you mentioned it, Terry, been to the line almost 1,000 times this year, have made more free throws than many of their opponents have attempted. So this will bode very well for them down the stretch. This is not foreign territory for them. You see teams that like to press. It's almost like piranhas seeing blood. They sense when guys are a little lax with the rock and they attack.
Spicer, a tough shot off the glass and in. Well, you see why he's become a legitimate second option in that offense. J.C. Carroll's the first, no doubt about it. He averages over 21 a game. But Spicer hits the big shots.
Chad Spicer representing Naptown, Indianapolis. Played 1 year with Greg Oden at Lawrence North High School. And young man knows how to put it in the hole.
Ingram feeling it, and that's why.
Oh, man.
Does things with a flair. Carroll, Hawkins, Edey blocked it, and on the line, so it stays here at this end. Utah State basketball. It's been wild in the last minute.
Well, take a look. Both teams getting it done on both ends. Spicer with the extra crispy off the glass. And then Elijah Ingram says, I can make it rain.
Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And in part by a new kind of crossover vehicle, the all-new Kia Rondo. Kia, the power to surprise.
Time in the last 30 years.
Players taking the elevator down at halftime. Reggie Theus, of course, walked down through the crowd. The officials, by the way, walked through the crowd. That could be a dangerous thing.
Yeah, I think that after the game, depending on the outcome, they may want to take the elevator.
Might want to. Remember, we're at elevation here, too. It's almost 4,000 feet up, so it's a long way. A lot of stairs up to that third floor, to the locker rooms.
And imagine when they didn't have the elevators that the opposing teams had to go through the crowd to go to the locker room, come back out. Talk about a death march.
You know it. Yep. Reggie Nation up by 5 right now. Utah State trying to set this man up. J.C. Carroll.
Nice adjustment defensively by New Mexico State, going through a 2-3 zone, trying to shadow J.C. Carroll wherever he is.
Trying to get away from Edey. Too much of a height disadvantage. Carroll, a quick three. Good defense by Ingram.
Good job of closing out. And better pass right there on the break.
At both ends, Elijah Ingram changed the shot and then gave up the pass to Nelson. They come right back at you. And the foul on Martin Edey, his third.
Well, you're seeing the offensive firepower of Reggie Theus' ball club and how just a second ago we were tied. Utah State was up 1, and then they hit you with 5 or 7 quick points via the long 3 or getting to the bucket.
If there was any chance for New Mexico State to get in a large bid, and I don't think there was, the Nevada upset last night didn't help them. Because now you're looking, if they lose this, at a three teams from the WAC going to the NCAA tournament, and that's not going to happen this year. Ducharme out to Carroll and left him open. Can't do that.
That's beautiful offensive execution by Utah State. Get the ball in the center of the paint to collapse the zone and look weak side, and found J.C. Carroll wide open.
Split second. That's all he needs.
Well, they are really working that offense through Mark Edey.
Utah State doubling him, and they threw it away. Here comes Carroll. 6'2" player off the glass, and the foul. And that's on Fred Peake. But Carroll at 6'2" gets that shot off as quickly as anyone in college basketball.
Here's perfect inside-out action. There's Ducharme right there, getting it in the paint. Look at the defense collapse. Elijah Ingram turns his back and loses track of J.C. Carroll. Stu Morrill, among coaches, is one of the more highly respected guys in the country. Has done it year in, year out. Has lost 2 interior players. A 6'10" guy was a great athlete last year, and many thought this would be a rebuilding year, but they find themselves right back in the mix.
Lost 2 post players, 2 key guards, and they thought, well, this might break the string, but 23 wins again this year. One of only 4 teams in the country to have at least 23 wins the last 8 years. Think about that. I mean, it's worth repeating.
Yes, it is. In competitive conferences as well. It's not like, you know, they're not playing quality opponents.
Yeah. Nelson. Tough shot. Edey, though, a fresh 35.
Oh, look at that closeout by J.C. Carroll, knowing Knobber wants that open 3.
And the push by Chris Clark away from the ball just pushed Ingram down. That's the 8th team foul. Second on Clark. Here you join ESPN on Selection Sunday. 3 shows dedicated to the men's NCAA field of 65. ESPN U Bracketology presented by Staples at 5 Eastern. Sports Center giving you the brackets after they're released at 6 Eastern. And back to Bracketology at 7 Eastern on ESPN U.
We're getting into that zone, Terry, in the last 5 minutes of a crucial game when the big dogs can run and the puppies got to stay on the porch. This is where the guys get in that zone. Players, they know the crowd is there, but they don't really hear the noise. It's almost like a calm that comes over them. Those are the guys that can hit the big shots, make the plays down the stretch, that don't allow the pressure situations to get to them.
Hard in a game like this, too, not to think about the implications as you're playing the game. You know, sometimes the coach can kind of lead you there just by his demeanor, too, being more animated than usual. A player senses, hey, this is big. There's a lot on the line here. Peterson, that 3 right in front of Stu Morrill. Durrell has knocked out some big shots tonight. It's a 1-point game. He's got 12 in the game.
Well, it looks like we have a title boxing match going on. Both teams throwing jabs at one another. And there's good defense being played, but the offense is just slightly better right now on both ends of the court.
Ingram looking to break down Clark, who got away with the jersey grab that time. Ingram, and the foul bailed him out because he took about 3 extra steps. Been a pretty busy matchup the last couple of minutes, those two.
This is the problem with the zone. When you're not aggressive on the interior, on the perimeter, you allow a great shooter like Peterson to kind of float into a shot. And you've got to know where these shooters are. That's what makes it so difficult to defend Utah State in the zone, because Spicer, Peterson, Carroll, and even Clark, when his feet are set and he's open, they can all nail the 3.
Ingram behind the back. His first bounce is at the free throw line. You ever lose one off your heel, it'll be the last time you do that. Especially in the championship game. Carroll splits it nicely. 15-footer and in. Beautiful shot.
J.C. Carroll going to his bag of tricks over the outstretched hand of the 7-foot Martin Edey, and still found the bottom of the barrel.
He's got his average now. He averages just over 21. He's got 22. And
this man with the ball, they've done